parents are trying to use an old operating system in a new environment. A lot of parents are imposing the old paradigm on their children. And many parents do not understand that the world they were born no longer exists. And the earlier parents understand this thing and then begin to make some shifts and adjustments, the better for the society, the better for the family. Parents are literally trying to force their own mental model of parenting on these children that are born in a new world. And that is creating some level of defiance, resistance from the children. And when that happens, parents give it a lot of interpretation. Maybe they say it is rebellion, it is this, it is that. But there's a misalignment somewhere. And I think the earlier parents realize it, the better for every one of us. What parents define as love is not what children define as love. Parents, what they mean by love, they went shopping, they buy ice cream, they bought hamburgers, they bought shawarma, beautiful clothes and all that. That's what parents call love. But I can assure you, that's not what children call love. You know what children call love?
Hello and welcome to your family-friendly, fact-flowing and faith-filling podcast. My name is Muyi, as you know, and with me today is my co-host, Tony Precious. Sister Tony, you're welcome.
Thank you.
My co-host her full name is Okpeyemi Oluwatoyin Precious. I need to call that fully, She's a leader, passionate about people and purpose. She's the founder and CEO of Pressy Life Initiative. Sister Tony, can you say hi to our audience?
Hello, good evening, everyone.
Thank you so much. You're welcome. So my guest today is actually not a new face. He's been here before, but each time you see him, there's always something fresh about him. All right. So he's my pastor and also my mentor. So he is Pastor Miebi Ofubu. He's the founder and principal of Transformation Partner of Legacy Impact Coaching Academy. He is a premier high performance coaching institution, right? There's so many things about him. He's a man of so many colors. In fact, if I begin to read his profile, I'm not sure we'll leave this place. But one thing you should know is that he specializes in empowering 4 distinct yet interconnected client segments. Number 1 is he empowers business owners seeking exponential growth. He's professionals pursuing industry leadership, students striving for academic and personal excellence, and parents building stronger relationship with their teenage children. Right? If you were in the last podcast, you can bear witness. It was a bomb, and I'm sure today it will be another great time of impact. Thank you so much. Yes, one thing you should know again is because we're discussing about parents and parenting today. So I needed to know that he is happily married, right? He's married to his sweetheart, Rita, and is blessed with 2 awesome children, Junior and Julius. Welcome to the house, Pastor Miebi Ofubu. Can we give him a round of applause?
Thank you very much.
Wow.
Welcome,
Thank you.
sir.
I appreciate
so nice to have you around.
warm compliment. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. It looks like I just finished an exam now. You see, to introduce him is a lot. I just have to summarize it for time's sake. All right. So, sir, the previous episode of our podcast that has to do with bridging the gap between mediocrity and excellence. It was really, really a time of exposition, and I want to encourage every youth out there to go and watch that video. It will really, really impact you. So today, during the podcast, I remember applying ahead for you to come back again to talk about parenting, because so much you said along the line of parenting, and I really want our parents to learn 1 or 2 from you as a parenting coach and counselor. So with great delight and pleasure, we're looking at this topic titled Parenting Blunders, right? What we get wrong and how to get it right. So, Pastor, maybe family is everything. About looking at the world, our biggest challenge in the world currently can be traced to the home, the family. And I'm sure God's intention for the family is to build a working structure for the universe. And if there's anything wrong with our society, I want to believe that it can be traced to the home. So, sir, please, I want you to help us with this topic. I know my co-host will also be asking you some questions, but I want you to tell us what is the root cause of parenting blunders, because I believe it has to do with a misfiring. The real intention and design of parent has been thwarted. So I want you to tell us what is the root cause. A lot of questions I'm going to ask you, but I just want you to briefly, in 1 minute, just tell us what can you say is the major cause of these parenting blunders.
It's okay. Thank you very much. I want to appreciate everyone connected to us who will be listening to this, maybe live or the replay anywhere you are in the world. We appreciate your attention and we have a high respect for your time. And we can assure you upfront, your time spent with us here will be worth it. Going back to the question that you asked, the major challenge that we are having currently that is leading to the negative impacts in our social system and then the society at large is parents are trying to use an old operating system in a new environment. A lot of parents are imposing the old paradigm on their children. And many parents do not understand that the world they were born no longer exists. And the earlier parents understand this thing and then begin to make some shifts and adjustments, the better for the society, the better for the family. So parents do not understand, majority of them, maybe 99.9%, because I've been in this business for quite a lot of years, over 2 decades. I've interacted with, extensively with a lot of parents. I've interacted with a lot of teenagers, and it is very clear that parents do not understand that the game has changed. The variable in the parenting equation has, substantially, significantly changed, modified itself all in over the time. Now, so parents are literally trying to force their own mental model of parenting on these children that are born in a new world, and that is creating some level of defiance, resistance from the children. And when that happens, parents give it a lot of interpretation. Maybe they say it is rebellion, it is this, it is that. But there's a misalignment somewhere. And I think the earlier parents realize it, the better for every one of us. So that's the critical factor that is causing all the crises in the family. We'll dig deeper into it and go into others as well. But this is number one. It's like a universal set, and all other things are like subsets that is cascading down to the society. If they can address this one singular problem, appreciate that the game has changed. The dynamic has changed, and they also need to remodel their tool that they are using. We are going to have a saner society. Yeah.
Thank you so much, sir. I remember the last time you came around, you said a lot about parenting. And one of the things you said is about 7 strategies to parenting, and that most parents are using the wrong, broken strategies to train their children. That's what you just said now, the misalignment. And so that's why we are here, to see how to help couples who are struggling with issues of, raising their children. Because I've seen a situation. I remember sometime, because I teach, in one of those schools we have taught before, I had an experience of parents, speaking to their children, and the children, being recalcitrant, being stubborn, and almost talking back to the parent. And these parents, they show love to the children. They do what they need to do. They buy the children, give the children good life. And one would expect that, giving children what they need and, showing love and care to their children, one would have expected that the children will reciprocate and also do same. But it's not always the case. So I want you to address, why is it that most time when parents show love to their children, children still tend to be disobedient, obstinate, what is the missing link in this regard?
Thank you very much. Beautiful question. But let's start somewhere. What do you mean by love? Good. Let's be straight. We have a lot to deal with now, so probably straight answers to straight question. What parents define as love is not what children define as love. Parents, what they mean by love, they went shopping, they buy ice cream, they bought hamburgers, they bought shawarma, beautiful clothes and all that. That's what parents call love. But I can assure you, that's not what children call love. You know what children call love? Time. That's what children call love. Parents that are present with their children. That is what children call love. Not showering them with a lot of gifts. I can tell you my experience with a lot of my clients, some that leads to very emotional situation, and when children tell their parent the truth, the parents start crying. There was an instance, one of my clients, a high net worth individual in the society, he has been doing all he thinks is love for the children. He travel here, buy this one, work here, work day and night, make a lot of money, shower the children with gifts. But one day, those children call him in a quiet moment and say, Daddy, all this thing you are doing, you are not doing it for us, you are doing it for yourself. You know why? Absenteeism. The father was not there for them. So we need to put in the definition of love in the proper context. So what children call love is not gift. However, I'm not saying that gifts are not good, wonderful, beautiful. Yesterday, my wife just bought a lot of gifts for the children and they were excited, they were happy. Gifts are good, but they are not the priority. Please, parents should learn how to spend time with their children. That is children's definition of love and not gifts. Thank you.
Wow, that's massive. So the definition of love to children is time. Wow, that's massive. Thank you so much, sir. Yes, there's something again you said. I'm making reference to the last podcast because I need to trash some things. There's something you also mentioned. That's if you have not watched the previous podcast, honestly, you need to watch it. You said something about how parents relate with their children and the certain ages where parents should become friends to their children. Parents should be, I think from early age or so, you mentioned that parents should be fathers and mothers as they should. But at some point, as they keep growing, adolescents and all that, they should become their friend, and then so on, and mentors. And so, can you just mention one or two things around that again, so that a parent can understand it?
Thank you. Like I said, what I said first is like a universal set, and every other thing is like a subset. In position of the old paradigm, and then on these new contemporary children that are growing up in a different world altogether. Now, those days, father was fathers from cradle till grave. And for whatever is the case, it was working out. But you can't adopt that right now. Right now, there are a lot of dynamics that have changed in the society. At a particular stage in the life of our children, they need us as fathers and mothers. That's okay. At that age of their life, they are very, very vulnerable. So they need us to be there as a father figure, as a mother figure, attending to their basic fundamental need. The need for safety, the need for love, and the need for touch. These are three critical needs of every growing up toddler. You must give it to them. If you don't give it to them, later in life, it will be manifested. So at that level, you have to be there for them as a father, as a mother, as a caregiver. But as time progresses, things change.
True.
The influence of the society, the social system, the demand, and all of that things. So a point comes in the life of these children that they don't need you as a father again. And this is strange to so many people. They don't need you as a mother again. They need you as a friend. That's the point that puberty begins to set in, and they begin to see a lot of psychological and physiological changes in their life, and they don't understand. They need somebody to confide in. They need a trusted advisor who is a friend. See, they will not discuss this thing with their father. They will not discuss this thing with their mother. Take it from me. But if the father and the mother are savvy enough to transit from being a father or a mother into becoming a friend by virtue of what we call open, honest communication, then those children will acknowledge their parents as being their friend. At that point, they can freely communicate with them and tell them what is going on in their life. I give you a very typical scenario. Father, mother, children, they can be in the house and they are talking, enjoying themselves. Those children, if their friend just step into their house, they forget about their father, they forget about their mother, they focus on their friend. Because they need a friend, and a friend has come around. So, the father need to understand this, the mother need to understand this. They begin to relate with their children as friends. It is no more command and control. It's collaboration and, oneness, speaking together, using the same language at that level. So you cooperate and you collaborate. You don't command, you don't control. That is friendship.
It's true.
As time progresses, there's another transition from being a friend to being a mentor. So that's the point maturity begins to set in. They need to make a decision which career to pursue, where to live, who to marry, who to be their role model. So the parents should be there and transit, not just being a friend, but being a role model. At that point, the children can look up onto you and begin to follow your footsteps as they pursue their dreams in life.
Wow, this is massive. So if I get you right, Pastor, there are 3 stages.
Yes.
The father-mother figure as their toddlers.
Yes.
And then the level of friendship, and then role models.
Yes.
Wow.
Role model, mentors.
But
yes.
does parenting actually have an end? Maybe now they are married, they have children. Yeah. Can we say parenting as ended?
Yes. Actually, many people have different opinion on this. And of course, none is right, none is wrong. We respect people's opinion for whatever reason. But the truth is this, it really does not end. Even when the children leaves home, at one point or another, we visit one another, we exchange visits, we ask questions, and so on and so forth. So the only difference is the extent of parenting. It may not be extensive again as it used to be. The children, they will get into a different phase of life, begin to raise up their own family and things like that. At that point, parents need to step back, allow their children live their life, make their mistake, correct themselves. Just be at the sideline like a coach. Don't go into the field and start playing.
Act like
That's
what the
calling them. No, you don't do that. You don't do that. Stay at the sideline, let them be in the field and keep playing. In fact, if you don't call, you don't go in. You only go in when they call you.
Wow, that's amazing. I have just 2 more questions, but I want our co-host to also ask you 1 or 2 questions.
Okay, thank you very much, sir.
Thank you.
So far, I can say I've learned. I'm not a parent yet, but
you will be one.
Amen. So I've learned many things from these few minutes that we've spent. So I want to, from all that you've been saying now is like a great advice to new parents or to parents with toddlers. At least they have heard this and they will work according to this. Okay, let's talk about the parents of old that they have already harmed their children in one way or the other. So here is my question. How can parents rebuild emotional connection after years of poor communication?
Ooh. Well, there is, for me, there is always room for improvement, for amendment, for restitution, for reconciliation, to make up for whatever is past. We can't go in, that's what I call the echo model. You see, there are 2 ways I explain echo. Number 1, echo is a phenomenon, it's a concept in maybe, is it physics or physical science, integrated science, whatever you call it. Now, echo happened after the incident. I mean, a sound wave is being generated
after the impact.
After the impact of that sound wave, you now hear echo. That's exactly what you are saying. Something has happened in the past, and then we are now seeing the effects. Now, what can we do to remedy this effect? Number one, we call it awareness. The parent should be aware. See, let me tell you something. Deep truth, please. Whoever is listening, just tattoo this in your brain. Children don't self-regulate. No. Children co-regulate. They co-regulate with their parent. They co-regulate with their caregiver. Essentially, the actions and the reaction of 99.9% children is a glaring reflection of their parents. The parenting style that parents adopt in raising their children, the kind of environment that they create in raising up those children, it is what children basically mirrored. I'm aware there may be one or two outliers, but essentially, children mirrored the character, the quality, the conduct, the behavioral pattern that they got back at home or any environment that they find themselves.
Charity begins at home.
Correct. So there must be this awareness. Parents must understand that they have unintentionally communicated something toxic to their children. Now, that awareness will make them to seek for restitution. So, parents should be able to broker peace with their children and acknowledge, that's the word, they must acknowledge the negative influence. Generally, we tell you that children don't do what we tell them to do. Children do what they see their parents do.
Yeah.
So whatever you want your children to do, model it. Whatever you want your children to do, pattern it. Let them see it in you. Let them see it daily in your character, in your lifestyle. Let them see it in you. See, every time you shout, you yell, you are teaching those children that the game is all about shouting and yelling.
Yeah.
And that leads to what we call, a form of, dysregulation in the nervous system of the children. And that can lead to anxiety, that can lead to stress, that can lead to a lot of negative consequences in the life of the children. In school, when children fail exam, they will say, oh, they are not serious. They did not read well. They did not let them study hard. Really? Dig deep. I can tell you. See, there is cause, there is effect. In most cases, we are struggling with the effect and not the cause. If we dig deep, we will know the cause. And by the time we deal with this cause, we'll be able to deal with any kind of trauma or negative childhood experience. So parents should acknowledge what they have done unintentionally. They should be able to have what I call open, honest communication with their children. You see, children react to our honesty. I can tell you, if you are a parent and you are playing game and you are acting drama, be rest assured the children know that daddy is not original.
Yeah.
Authentic.
Mommy is not original, it's not authentic. Thank you for that word. So, parents should be authentic. Get back to their children. When the children see that repentance in them, there are processes they can go through in terms of healing, in terms of reconciliation, so that whatever past experience that has resurfaced in their life in future, those things can be healed and the family can be reunited once again. I find it very painful that what I'm telling you now, some people do it at their deathbeds, at their dying hours, at their twilight on the face of the earth. That is not the best. Please let us learn. Let us do it now, so that we still have some days to enjoy with our children, with our grandchildren, and other loved ones around us. Thank you. Yeah.
Thank you, sir. So I have another question to ask you. This generation now, they call it Gen Z generation. Yes. So how can a parent help their kids to navigate anxiety? You've talked about anxiety, yes, and peer pressure. And then, as a godly parent now, how can a parent help their children in comparison with the culture of the world today. Because children, I saw one little baby, the mother was correcting her and she was like, tell me the reason why this is not what you are saying it is. Okay, is it a sin? Would Jesus be angry with me if I do it? And the mother was quiet for a while because she can't say it's a sin. She can't say it's not a sin.
It's a good question now. She wants to know.
So how can godly parents, now I'm talking about godly parents now, help kids in comparing the culture of the world and also helping the children to grow in the fear of the Lord?
It's okay. You see, we'll trace it back to what I said initially. That parents are using the old paradigm to impose and force it upon the children, and then the children are pushing back and reacting negatively and becoming defiant and rebellious. Now, before now, if you ask anybody or if you pass information to anybody, before now, I mean those days, 70s, 80s, 60s, and all that, if you just say something, people don't ask questions.
Yeah.
But right now, we are living in the era of questions. See, when we were growing up, if maybe we are with mommy and daddy, and a stranger come into the house, all of us will disappear, run away. But right now, when a stranger come into the house, the children sit up.
Balance.
They begin to look at the face of the stranger. Uncle, what is your name? Uncle, are you married? Which children? Where do you work? Now, can you see the change? So what am I saying? Before now, we don't ask questions. We just accept what mommy said, what daddy said.
Like zombie.
We just accept what pastor tells us in the church without questioning. But the game has changed. Children need reason for believing what you are telling them they should believe. So, you see, there are two types of parents. Number one, we have untrained parents. Number two, we have trained parents. Please, parents should seek for help. Parents should be trained. Parents should be exposed to various parenting techniques. And one that I will personally, which I am a certified person in that area, is a certified coach, what we call positive parenting. It's a form of parenting that approach parenting with mutual respect, understanding, love, and guidance. These are the four key principles of positive parenting. So parents should appreciate that these children are not rebellious children. They are just living in a world, in a different reality compared to theirs. So parents have the responsibility to explain to their children why they believe what they believe. And even the Bible encourages that. You see, what I want to say is unfortunate. We're having a very bad experience as I speak to you now. Many children are not accepting the faith of their parents. Because parents do not understand what we are talking about. And so parents are not equipped to communicate their faith to their children in an acceptable manner. They want to impose on them. Please, imposition will not work. Children need clarity. Children need explanation. You see, please, the Christian faith is not a stupid faith. The Christian faith can be explained in a logical manner to an intellectual mind, and they will understand. So parents should be able to seek for help and understand how they can communicate the Christian faith in this our generation to the understanding of the people they are talking to. You know, when you read the Bible, Jesus met different people. And if you observe, let me give you an example. In the book of John Gospel chapter 3 and then John Gospel chapter 4. In John chapter 3, Jesus met Nicodemus. Who was Nicodemus? He was not an ignorant fellow. He was a Pharisee, very knowledgeable in the law. What was the approach of Jesus with Nicodemus? Fast forward, the next chapter, chapter 4. Jesus met that woman at the well side. That woman was not a Jew, but a Samaritan. What was the approach of Jesus to that woman? So if you watch these two incidents, Nicodemus did not need much explanation. But this woman needed much explanation. And Jesus patiently explained some things that help to, unwind her misconception and belief system, and she got the message. So, different approach to different audience. So, parents should be able to appreciate some of these things and know that the Christian faith is an intelligent faith that can be explained in a very logical manner with moral and ethical perspective, and our children with their Gen Z brain, they can easily comprehend it. So, don't force it on them. Rather, take them on a journey together, explaining to them that the consequence of their action is very, very important. Explaining to them that they need to take responsibility for whatever they do. These are key concepts that we can leverage on to explain the Christian faith to our children. And by the grace of God, I have 2 children. And I am very, very happy and pleased to share with you, with all humility, my children accept what I believe. I never forced it on them. Absolutely never for one day. Number 1, I leave it out for them. They see my life. Number 2, we have open, honest communication together. In fact, I tell them, Christianity is not the only faith. There are other kind of faith. I now tell them the reason why I, as daddy, believe that this is a superior belief. And then allow them to make their decision. But in making their decision, I provide guidance. I share my experiences with them. By so doing, they can see all the options and they are able to make, and not just choice, but an informed choice based on information I have shared with them. So this is how parents can effectively communicate their faith to their children. Whether they are Gen Z or Alpha generation, they will be able to accept our faith.
Thank you so much. Yeah. Before your next question,
okay,
I want to dive in on what Pastor said. He said parents should be trained.
Yes.
Are you saying that because many parents don't actually believe that you should go for training?
Okay.
Yeah.
Is it like a blunder now? So parents say that no need for training, no need for reading any book.
Yeah.
I'll just train my children like that. Is there a need for parental conferences to, I don't know,
Just okay.
just quickly?
Let me go back to what I said earlier on. I told you that there are no bad parents. Essentially, there are no bad parents, but they are trained and untrained parents.
Yeah.
Informed and uninformed parents.
Okay.
See, in the journey of life, all of us were at different level of consciousness. The level of consciousness of some parents is just down the ladder. It is education, enlightenment, training, coaching that will take them from that level of consciousness to a higher level of consciousness, where they will be able to match up and relate effectively with children of nowadays.
So how do we get this training? Is it like a conference or in the churches? Is there a special designed framework for the trainings?
Good question. You see, society evolve. Before now, these things were somehow not there. The awareness was low. So training for parents is not common in town. Not many people are aware of it, not many people know about it. But being a man of faith, I do it from the religious aspect. I train pastors, and pastors train their audience and others. And then I provide personalized training for parents, one-on-one.
Counseling sessions.
Yes, I provide that. And by God's grace, very soon we'll be having a lot of program, a lot of awareness in this regard, because I can tell you the market is huge. So many people are not aware of this. We'll be creating awareness using traditional media, using social media, and seeing how we can put ourselves out there and provide intervention.
A lot of families are bleeding, actually.
Seriously. That's the right word, bleeding. You're right. I've seen a lot of good parents who are struggling with this issue. But I tell them, you may be good, but you can make a wrong decision. So being good does not preclude you from making a wrong decision. That's why you need the right information.
Wow. Parenting blunders, what we get wrong and how to get it right. We have about 10 minutes to go because our time is not on our side, right? I don't know if my co-host have any other question for.
Okay.
Just one more, so we summarize.
Well, because of time, we'll just I'll just ask this question, though you've already said many things on it, And you said there are trainings that you are planning to have for parents. Yes, so but for the sake of our viewers now, there will not be chance to come for the training, but I'm sure you will make it a social media program where they can connect and also be blessed through the program. So what is one thing that you can tell a parent that will help them in changing this, especially our old parents now? What's one advice you can give them? I asked the other time, how can a parent now that have trained a child to a certain point change or change the wrong that they have done to the emotion of those children? So what's one advice you can give to the parents? I can say to some point, I know many persons, and for me too, it has happened to me, and I got to set myself free by calling my mom and telling her that she harmed me. I don't know, I was harmed, like I was hot with her for a very long time. So to heal myself, because I heard some teachings and the person emphasized on getting yourself healed, that you have to let go of the people you've locked up. So I have to call my mom. I told her that she hurts me in this aspect. She apologized. She was almost calling me every day to apologize. So how can a parent now, you've said it before, I just want you to buttress the point now. Can just one thing, a strong point that will help a parent to apologize to these children, apologize to those children.
For healing to take place.
Yes. It's okay. Psychologists have identified, I think, 4 parenting style. You have the authoritative parenting style.
Command.
Yes. You have the authoritarian parenting style. You have the permissive parenting style. And then the last one is the neglectful or non-involved parenting style. My advice to parents is this: please evaluate the parenting style that you've adopted to train your children. The best way to evaluate it is to look at the outcome, is to look at the results. I've been training my children in this way. What is the outcome? What is the result? Is it creating responsible children, resilient children? Is it creating children that have high self-esteem and self-confidence? That's the question. Or is the opposite the answer? So I'm appealing to students to reassess the parenting style they are adopting. And if it is not working, I will strongly advise change your parenting style.
Change is a constant factor.
Change your parenting style. Now, the authoritative parenting style is arguably the best parenting style, because in authoritative parenting style, different from authoritarian parenting style. In authoritative parenting style, parents set clear standard for the behavior of their children. But here is the difference. In setting that standard, they are very, very understanding and supportive of their children. As against authoritarian, where they set the standard
by force, by fire,
but they are not supportive. In fact, that's what we call all these strict disciplinarian and all those kind of things like that. So I would advocate a parenting style that you set the standard. However, you are very, very supportive. You are very, very understanding. In authoritative parenting style, we don't adopt punishment in correcting, in changing behavior. We adopt discipline. Please, these two are not the same thing. The role of punishment or the outcome of punishment in most cases is shame. And then at the far extreme is dehumanization. That is why some children have no value today because of where they are coming from. The way they were treated almost less than human. So they lost their self-esteem, their self-worth. Today they have very low self-esteem of themselves. They cannot say no to anybody. They live in fear. It's always intimidation. But parents that adopt the authoritative parenting style, they are there to support their children to grow. They are there to not allowing these children to understand them, but they understand the children. And that is what children are looking for from their parents. Children are looking for parents that understand them. But the traditional approach is that parents want their children to understand them. That's a wrong equation. It has never worked and it will never work.
It's a blunder.
So parents should understand their children. See, listen to me now. The moment your children are convinced that you understand them, you are already in paradise. That family will move from chaos to calmness, from distortion to a disciplined home where there is mutual respect one for another, where there is open communication. I can say a lot on this, but my summary is this. Parents should seek for help. Look for the best parenting style. If you are looking at somewhere and you are looking for something and you have been doing that for 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, 10 years, and you cannot see, you don't need to that thing is not there. Just change, pivot.
The definition of madness is doing.
Thank you, my dear.
Over
So we cannot solve a problem at the same level of consciousness that created that problem. We must raise our consciousness, then we'll be able to deal with that problem. So please change your parenting style.
Wow, thank you
you
so
very
much,
much,
sir.
sir.
It's so amazing having you around again. Having you around is always a blessing, actually. And if you know my pastor, if you know him very well, you will look for pen and paper and be writing while he's talking. He's so blessed with insight and wisdom, and we trust that the Lord will keep enlarging your course, taking you to greater heights in Jesus' name.
Amen.
As we summarize, because of our time, I just want you to give your final thought on this topic, parenting blunders, what we get wrong and how to get it right. I remember a story that was said of a man who, at the point of death and they're about killing him, he requested to see the mom, and then he beat up the mom, and he was saying, "You never told me that what I was doing was wrong. You're enjoying my money, you're enjoying my everything, but you never told me." So I want you to just, in closing, so all the parents listening and those that will be parents soon, like some of us that will soon be parents as well, what is your final thought on this topic?
Okay, one word, communication. One word, communication. In 2018, there was a research that was conducted in the University of Michigan, and that research revealed that children that have honest and open communication with their parents, they have a higher probability to succeed later in life than children that never had such honest and open communication with their children.
Wow.
Yeah.
Do you know that parents can stay with their children for 30 days? Never did they spend up to 30 minutes. Out of 30 days, never did they spend 30 minutes. In fact, let me say this, and to the pastors and church, which is my own primary constituency, I am a pastor.
Yes.
See, listen to me, listen. Majority of pastors today, the only time they talk with their children is when they are having morning devotion or evening devotion. After morning devotion and evening devotion, they don't talk with their children again. The next time is when they are having the next devotion. And I can tell you that those children are being traumatized.
Yeah.
Let me tell you a very touching story that moved me almost to tears. I was talking with a teenager. You know what she told me? She told me that her parents go outside, laugh with others, but come home and frown with them. And these are church people. So the child will just be on the sideline, watch his father laughing with other teenagers, and when the father comes home, it's a military zone. There is no communication. Please, open, honest communication has a tremendous impact on the future of your children. I want to appeal to parents. See, if you have not done something before, you want to maybe start doing it, it will be awkward, it will be difficult. We understand that. You are going to have difficulty when you start.
And even to the children.
Yes, it will be nowhere. In fact, when you even start, they will not even trust you. They will feel that is faking it. But you need to be persistent. Over time, they will trust you. The moment you break that barrier, I mean, I was eating this morning and my son came and was asking me a question. I have to answer him. I will answer him. I have to give him answer. Even though I was eating, he need that answer. Because that's another thing. Tomorrow. Before you know, I give him right as I was eating. Do you understand me? So we must have conversation with our children, every now and then. And all this absenteeism parent. In fact, psychologists say there are 4 parenting styles, but personally I have developed about 7 of them. Maybe we'll talk about it some other time. 7 of them. I've developed them. Yes, I'm putting them out very soon. Hopefully next year the book will be out. I'll push it to the public. So parents should be able to communicate with their children. Is a game changer.
I'll take that. Thank you so much, sir. I'll take that. Wow. Communications.
Yeah.
Pastor, before we go, I wouldn't forget for you to give us your handles, right? Because we need to follow you, like your profile, your LinkedIn. I don't know if we can have it so that we get to, maybe some of our audience may want to just reach out, because you mentioned some very critical issues about parenting. And who knows, maybe some mom or dad outside needs more advice on how to groom their children. Yes,
it's important. Yes, my social media, especially LinkedIn, is up. Just as you said in the opening introduction, I'm the founder and then the principal transformation partner of Legacy Impact Coaching Academy. We have a LinkedIn handle. I don't have that on my head because we just did that recently. Okay, but what will happen is that we're going to put it on the description of this video. Okay, I will get it across to you. But my phone number is 080-3737-2464. You can feel free to contact me, and then we can take the conversation to a higher level. Our organization is going to do a lot of things. We're going to push a lot of things to the social media and then engage parents in very healthy communication that will be able to heal home, restore love, respect back again to the family as it used to be. Those way we used to sit on the fireside telling the tortoise story with our parents and grandparents and all those things. Children, they've lost all those things. I enjoy my grandparents. They told us a lot of stories, a lot of things like that. But right now, you have people who are living in the same house, but they are 1,000,000 miles apart. It's a crazy system. All right, thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. It's been a wonderful time having you around, and I'm sure that a lot has been said. So at this point, we're going to say bye-bye to our audience, and I also want to say that, like I did the last time, I want to apply ahead. Maybe for any other topic, who knows, as the Lord will have it. So Pastor is, I'm saying it openly, because he came for the last session, right? So thank you so much, sir. And we are applying in advance as well.
We will look into your application and then give you an answer.
All right. Okay, so thank you so much for joining us on this episode on parenting. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you for watching. Please do share with your friends. And from here, everybody here in the studio will say bye-bye. God bless you. Stay blessed.
Thank you. Bye-bye.